Hey everyone, it's Blue Lizard Jello and welcome back to Everything Possible in the Surge 2. Last time we had just barely entered Aid Command and now we found ourselves at Gateway Bravo, the newest safe place filled with interesting NPCs, and we got a few new quests, but something else has also happened. Today, patch 1.06 has launched for both the PlayStation 4 and the PC, with Xbox One coming tomorrow, but along with that came a kind of a surprise addition. And that came in the form of free DLC. Now, the Surge 1 had a few of these packs, and it typically introduces either new implants or new weapons. In this case, it is 4 new weapons, or at least new weapons to the Surge 2. We start the game with this new notification, Mayhem Memories, special delivery from an old friend. Hey partner, thought these weapons might help you out on the mean streets of Jericho City. Knowing your particular battle style, I'm sure you'll find plenty of use for these little beauties. They saved my back more than once during one of my previous jaunts, so take good care of them. M. As we continue our adventure, we will come across new enemies holding one of these 4 new weapon types as part of their first free DLC known as the Future Shock Weapon Pack. Also, next week they will be announcing the details for their season pass, so stay tuned because as soon as I know more, then I will fill you in as well. But before we go further into Aid Command, let me show you the build I'm using. Although, frankly, it is exactly the same as the last episode. Stranger's face mask, Rhino body gear and the legs, and the Nightfall arm gears. This gives me 2 different partial set bonuses. For implants, I'm using the Omni Health Observer, Metavoltaic Injection, Super Oxygenating Injection, Unyielding Stabilizers, Adrenal Harvester, Battery Adrenalizer, Leg Pneumatics Adapter, and the Rig Capacitor. And as far as weapons, of course, I do have the Nanite Beast Claws, CREO Biomaster, and the Punishing Slash Brand. Everything, armor and weapons, upgraded to Mark V. But we've talked to all the NPCs. We have a few quests that we're going to be completing today, so let's jump right back into Aid Command. This next section is quite large. There are a lot of very dangerous enemies, and there's a lot of shortcuts and switchbacks that we're going to be coming across. Hitting that switch is going to unveil this little drop here. Grab some scrap. Here in the restricted sector, only one enemy immediately, although we can see some more kind of flying around. There's a little drone there, and you can see just how expansive this place is. A lot of zip lines, some mag lifts, enemies galore. But here in this first section, we only have the one enemy who's hanging out right down here. Let's see, let's go for the head. We're just gonna land with a dropping attack on him. Immediately break his shield, which is perfect. Get the permanent stun there. Excellent, do love the slash brand. Back there we do have some implant circuitry Mark II. Over in this corner, we do want to grab this audio log, and I'm going to run around and show you just a little bit about the restricted sector as we listen.
Attention, new arrivals. All legal guardians are required to gather in the tent area. You'll get free entertainment and provisions. Calling all children. Please follow me to checkpoint 2. Further steps will be analyzed and discussed after the psych evaluation.
What I wanted to show you with that shipping container that has an item behind it, that will be a nice little shortcut. We'll be able to open that shipping container up from the other side. As we go through, one of the markers that you want to take note of are these right here, graffiti tags from our mysterious stranger friend, aka Warren. Anytime we see these tags, if we follow it, it will end up with a shortcut, at least back to another familiar zone. If you go the opposite way, if there are 2 ways available, then that's going to get you closer to the end of the zone. So we're in the Oak Tree Apartments. This right here, this door, hate to break it to you, but you will not be able to open this up, even though it says a keycard is needed, and you can see there's a loot cache at the bottom. I'll talk more about why you can't open that up as we go, but frankly, it's simply because an NPC is going to beat us to it. We have some more tents here. We do have a med bay. Up there, that's going to continue on in the zone. But we do want to head this way because even though it says it's to Jericho downtown, there's some more enemies in here, and it's going to be a nice little shortcut. Make sure that I have my lights turned on. Jumping through this crate is going to be the way forward. Just to show you what's up top here, though, here in Jericho City, use this mag lift. make sure that you use your starfish right on this door. And I don't want to go out there because there are a few enemies, but that mag lift right there takes us to Gateway Bravo. So you can see we have just these 2 ramps with the 2 8 security guards patrolling it. So just a nice little shortcut back to that zone if you need it. Now jumping down, let's switch weapons. Use the nanite beast claws for a little bit, and I'm going to switch to my lace pistol as well. One enemy right here. See if we can get his right arm, because why not? There's the backstab. And there's the cut. You can see he's using the codename Moonlight, so we're not going to get a new weapon out of it, but that's okay. Always welcome to get that tungsten alloy. And you know what? Just for fun, why don't we go ahead and use this oxygenating injector. And nice deflection there, even though I don't have that directional parry on. Might as well still use it for that extra bonus damage. It is absolutely massive. Continuing on, just a few more enemies, and then again, another little shortcut here, but let's listen to this audio log as I take on a few more of the basic enemies.
See, you only survive in Jericho City if you know your way around the back streets. Yeah, I get it. Stay in the shadows and all that jazz. You should be glad I took you here. You can't trust anyone these days. Yeah, and if anyone wanted to kill you and take your loot, they'd probably do it right here. Tell me about it. I just did, didn't I? Playtime's over. What? You bastard! What are you doing? No! No!
So I just killed that one enemy again with the codename Moonlight, but over here I wanted to make sure that I got the right arm cut because he is wielding a new fist weapon, the I-837 Gemini Heavy. A more rugged version of the Industrial Axis Gemini model, one that we've already collected out in Port Nixon, but this is a set of punching gloves dealing 125 damage, 14 impact, 91% attack speed, 45% energy gain, and 90% stamina consumption. You can see we have another enemy down there in the wings. Let's see if we can pull him with the drone, because that Robo-Dog, just above my head there, is alive, and I'd rather fight them one at a time if possible. Let's go for some leg gear, though, because we do need to start collecting more of that. Going to make armor crafting and upgrading a lot easier. Let's get the shield gun. There we are. Oh, here I am targeting the wrong leg. That's all right. And now, oh, another enemy there. Let's see. Any chest piece? Nope. Looks like, well, there's a right leg. Go for that. In fact, what I could do is just sprint in there, get the leg cut, use those iframes. And now I want to go for the leg on this enemy, because even though we got the tail last time, there is a weapon that we can get by cutting off Robo-Dog's leg. So let's just see if we can bait some normal tail attacks if possible. Don't really like the jump back, that's a bit dangerous. Alright, I can take those little hits, not a big deal. Jump in with the Zero Biomaster, get him on fire. Hopefully get the break here soon. You gonna call for help? You are. And we're gonna get the kill. That's okay. We'll be running across plenty more of the Robo-Dogs as we go along through 8 Command. Crashing through this crate, we get some more Mark 1 circuitry. And then up here, here's our nice little shortcut all the way back to Cloud 9. Let's make sure we store that. Guess we're gonna have to kill this enemy just to make sure he doesn't bother us. That's all right. Back up. There's the cut, and you can see Babylon Gardens right there with Cloud 9 floating right above. So a nice little shortcut right back to 8 Command from the bar, which is good because we will want to return there because we do have some more quests to turn in. But that's it for Umbrella Street in this little side area, so let's run back to 8 Command and continue on, because as I said, it is a very lengthy area, and I want to complete all of it in one go, although, just so you know, I will not be taking on the boss in this episode. The goal is to complete the area, complete several side quests, but then turn in those side quests and kill the boss at the start of the new episode, because frankly, there's a lot that goes on. I am going to activate this medbay quickly, because immediately after this, I'm going to allow myself to die. I'm going to find the first available enemy, which is going to be a patrolling drone unit here in just a moment, And I'm going to let it kill me because in this zone, something a little bit odd happens. And log update, the stranger may contact me later. Part of the patch 1.06 is that the witness quest, which involves the stranger, number of the bugs have been fixed. So if you've been having a hard time with getting that quest completed, hopefully now you're going to find that that quest has now been updated. Just to point it out, if you're still using the banners online, a couple of really good places to hide them back there under the stairs, or if you just make this jump over by the tent, could be a nice little place to hide it. If it wasn't for the graffiti tags, I'd still be playing online. Now up here, this is going to be the way to the boss. Other than that, there's no reason to come up here because until we have the force hook, there's nothing that we can do. But we will be picking up that force hook in this episode. You can see that is the restricted sector. There's the enemy that we killed. There's where we dropped in from. Down these stairs, this fire escape, just grab a toxic filter. Of course, that's just going to convert more into the implant circuitry Mark II. And then this enemy hopefully doesn't take too long, but I'm just going to sit here and take it. And this could take a moment. 108 damage. Alright, well at least I'll get stunned here in a moment. Want to die right nice and close to the stairs. It'll make it a little bit easier. But watch what happens after it says no vital signs found.
That was a close call out there. Those AID bastards almost got you. Looks like I saved you just in the nick of time. You won't be that lucky again. I'm here for one reason alone. To bleed those bastards dry. So don't expect any loyalty.
Bugface actually saves us, although we still drop our scrap, so I'm not sure what exactly he did. But in order to get the side quest, we can either die there, or if you don't die at all, once you get the item he's looking for at the very top of the hospital, he will appear anyway. So even if you don't die, you can still complete this quest.
Another fortune seeker, eh? Well, take a good look around. This place is a testament to our government's hubris. Their might and power turned to dust by their boundless arrogance. Damn bastards deserve nothing less. Me and my guys, we were hired to build a great wall. But when the infection started, none of us were allowed to leave. If I still had a force hook, I'd be off to show those traitors. Tell me if you find one, okay? I'll make it worth your while. And I haven't even told you my name yet. That's the spirit. You live under a rock? Mind you, there's enough of those to go around here. I'm sure you've seen those weird zip lines dangling around all over Jericho. Ever tried using them? Yeah, not gonna happen without a force hook. Those government officials are stingy bastards, though. You'll only find the basic model here, so forget about traveling upwards for the time being. Nothing this big has ever been built before. A monument to our government's hubris. Think they can keep those nanite bitches trapped in here with tons of cements and magnets? Darn government bastards stiffed me and my boys. Now we're left with nothing. Trapped in this dying craphole of a city. Because we were fools. Hanging on until the very end to finish our job. Didn't realize things would go to hell faster than you can say we're doomed. And now, here we are. They promised we'd be the first to be evacuated. Guess how that went. Take care.
So we need to collect a force hook for the scavenger. This is Bugface. We've already talked to a couple of his friends back in Gateway Bravo. The problem is, once we get the force hook, we can return and give it to him, and he'll give us a nice reward. But then in order to get another one, which we need to proceed, we're gonna have to run all the way back up to the top, which really isn't anything more than an inconvenience because all the enemies should be dead, but still, an inconvenience is still an inconvenience. Right, now that we've gotten our scrap back, let's make sure that we kill this enemy here. Just gonna try and go for cuts when I can. Why not? Get the free parts. Oh, careful there. That guy is trying it. Ooh. Interesting. I've never had the drone actually fall down like that. I will ignore him for now. That is a very interesting shot. Looks like those graphics have been updated. You can see we have a robo dog just down there, but let's not drop down and surprise him. Instead, let's take the long way around. Inside this building, don't rush this enemy. If you do, you're going to be surprised by what pops through that crate in just a little bit. Instead, Let's pull him, and I think I'll go for the body. We always need some more chest pieces. Although he is not really wanting to join. Not really sure what's up with his AI. There we go. But you can see 2 of his friends have now joined. There is the directional parry. We're probably not going to get the break here. Oh, I guess we will. That works for me. And this enemy does have a new spear type, so we can try and go for it here, or there's another enemy down below that'll get it. Might have to just be a little bit more careful with our attacks. There's the cut, perfect. One thing that I haven't mentioned in this walkthrough, I believe, but I did mention it in the original Surge, is that if you see the cut prompt and you are already in the middle of an attack that would otherwise kill the enemy, just hold the cut prompt anyway, and even though you'll still finish the attack, you should still get the cut without an issue. Right, so another enemy with the Gemini gloves. Just going to quickly dispatch him. There we are, don't need the gear. But inside here, there's another enemy that has the item we're after, so I want to go for the right arm. There's another enemy behind me, though, so I got to be careful. In fact, what I'd like to do is use him to build up some energy. I'm not even going to get the cut with him. Just get the kill, right? And then now we have enough energy built up, so let's go for the arm. Nice and careful, like. Get the cut. There it is. And if you like spear class weapons, this one is not too bad at all, the reinforced gouger. So this is an upgrade to the salvage gouger that we got in the very beginning of the game. Spear class weapon dealing 126 damage, 11 impact, 105% attack speed, 30% energy gain, and 85% stamina consumption. Oh, and I think I just switched builds. I sure did. Not what I wanted to do at all. Make sure that we get all the scrap that's hiding in here. Perfect, and then it's time for the Robo-Dog, and I think I'm just going to use the Punishing Slash brand on him, and we will also use the EMP Starfish, because I do want to get the leg this time around. Back up, make sure we're healing. There's the stun, perfect. Let's get a nice charge attack going. Might as well use the Starfish again. Oh, he's going to completely dodge it. That was smart of him. Watch the nanites, and we don't want him to get too damaged either. Okay, almost have it broken. Go for another charge. Back up. And maybe one more good attack. There it is. Let's get up and close and personal so we can get that weapon. And from here on out, I'm only going to be going for the tail cut so I can get that Mark IV implant circuitry. But here we have the AID Warhound. Already at Mark V, this is a heavy-duty weapon, damage 210, impact 26, attack speed 100, energy gain 100, and stamina consumption 136. Really heavy-hitting weapon, the Warhound. So the way forward is going to be under the stairs, right? So we can see those crates we can blast through. Up here, we have a mag lift that is currently locked. Up there is going to be a Starfish module that we can use. This is another scanner gate that we don't want to cross through, but as we approach, do have this enemy right here. So let's see, what do we want to go for? Make sure we block those shots. Let's go for a leg. Oh, totally wrong direction. Might as well use the Starfish. And another directional. There's the cut. Excellent. Still enough energy to heal up and recharge my metavoltaic. I should really be using our super oxygenating injector some more. So as usual, if you run through here, it is going to alert some enemies, which includes a Robo-Dog straight ahead and an enemy that's off to the right. Instead, we want to make sure that we disable that. So going under here, grabbing ourselves some more scrap. We do have some toxic sludge on the ground, but there's a little bit of loot right in this box. There we go, another small piece of scrap. Don't get poisoned, don't get poisoned, and we got poisoned. That may prove to be a little bit of a problem. Although, theoretically, what I could do is I could hot swap an injection. Let's remove the leg pneumatics and change that out for the antidote. because we do have some... Oh. Gotta do that way. There we are. Well, I don't know if that was worth it or not, but I've now done it. And now I can just switch that out. Something I actually haven't had to do before. I guess it was worth it, though. So, next time, when you're playing, just don't get poisoned. And also, don't get turned around after you get poisoned. These things happen. So we're going to head up this mag lift. From here, we can hear a lot of action. Right below, we have another Robo-Dog. If we want to drop down there and take on that enemy, we can. But I like to get the drop on the Robo-Dog first. So let's see where he's hiding. If we do the drop attack, we won't take any fall damage. Here we go. And again, we're just going to be going for the tail now. And it looks like I did take some fall damage. But we got the kill. That I was not expecting. I've actually run through this area about 6 times in practice runs just to make sure I had it down pat, and that has never happened before. Right. Make sure that we take care of the shield. There it is, and then I'm going to go for the legs. Legs are good because not only are we always finding ourselves low on the materials, but it also seems to knock them off balance pretty quickly. There it is, beautiful. There's going to be another drone hiding behind those boxes, but this right here, this is going to disable that scanner gate as well as open this medical tent. So even if you didn't want to disable the scanner gate, make sure that you do that just so you can get inside here. Not that you really want to go in here. It's a rather sad state of affairs. We have Iron Mouse posters and we have these little kiddie rides, and that's because this was meant for children. You can even see right up here, children are to go with AID caregiver. But we're going to get the first piece of the schematic for the Nano Ward arm gear. We're going to find all 4 of these spread through loot caches throughout this zone. The partial set bonus reduces the stamina cost of blocking attacks, and the full set bonus gives us successfully directionally blocking an enemy attack triggers a nano explosion. Now, I have heard that that is bugged, and that the explosion actually sends our own person flying away from the enemies, which makes it not very convenient, but I'm not sure if that's been patched or fixed in the last patch. A little bit more scrap, and I'm going to listen to this audio log while we run out there, break through the crates, and kill that next drone.
Your name's Athena, right?
Get lost.
So, you can talk after all. That's a start. You're with us now, sweetheart. No need to be afraid anymore.
Where are you taking us? What's going on with the other kids?
You'll find out soon enough. But first, you have to answer some questions.
Do not resist.
You're a big girl, aren't you? I'm sure you can do it.
A little bit buggy, that AI. I hope the patch didn't actually break AI. I've never seen these many issues, if I'm being totally honest. So up here we do have 2 enemies. See if we can just pull this one if possible. More just AID security. Oh, don't forget that. And do the follow-up. Perfect. Break your shield. And I'm gonna go for the right leg. What you got for me? And are you gonna fall? You are. Nice dodge, and will I get the cut? Nope, not quite because of that nanite explosion. Zero Biomaster might actually end up being my most used weapon, because it doesn't seem to be getting the kills just as easily. And there's the other enemy dropping down finally. Make sure we block his attacks. We'll go for the head, why not? Back up. Nice block. There's the cut option. That damage after a directional block is just incredible. And finally, we get the schematic for the AID Eclipse headgear. That is the 4th piece. Remember, we farmed the rest out in Capital Square. This door, unfortunately, not going to be able to open right away. We do need another key card. So it's up the mag lift for us. And then here, that's the way forward, but there is some loot just over there. And this is actually easier gotten than it looks like. The platforming, a little bit wonky, usually helps you to stick the landing. So we're just going to run and then jump over. There we are. Land on that pillar or that walkway and grab ourselves a large pile of scrap and then just head back to the meg lift. So good for 1,000 scrap. Worth a rather simple jump. So here in the AID entry control gateway, we're going to have some patrolling enemies that are going to be flying in on the zip lines. And then we just have the one enemy down there. Now we can drop behind this one crate. And then sometimes if you're careful, you can actually get close enough to get a backstab. This guy turned around very quickly. So what do you want to do? There we are. Make sure we get the break here. Gonna go for the body. Using that wonderful directional block right in the middle. Oh, looks like I was actually targeting his leg accidentally. Thought I had the body. So notice it just said we were in unseen passageways. We have another scanner gate here, multiple enemies up above. This is the way forward. But we have another graffiti tag from Warren, the mysterious stranger. So if we want to get all the loot and find all the shortcuts, we need to go this way first. So we're going to do that before we head up that mag lift. So there is some free scrap. So we're going to head this way. Right over here, we do have another implant. It's the Manslayer, so we're just going to get more implant circuitry. There's the mag lift that was locked. We fought the Robodog down there previously. So we're going to head up these stairs and then just unlock that mag lift finally with that drone module. There we are. So it says we're in the Family Care Center. Right here, we do not have the force hook yet again. So nothing we can do at this time, but this is okay. This is just going to put us right down by that mag lift. This is where that one enemy surprised us. But down inside here, down this mag lift, and now we're in that one shipping container from the very beginning in the restricted sector. So if we needed to get back here, not really sure why at the moment, but we have that option. I guess maybe if you're coming from Gateway Bravo, that can be a nice little shortcut. But that's it for this section. Now, if you notice, we did run past a mag lift, so as we're heading back through the unseen passageways, let's hop up these stairs. Up here, not a lot at the moment. Do just have this one piece of small metal scrap, but this right here is going to be utilized by us a little bit later. In fact, we're going to zip down to this platform from way up top the hospital. You can see the sign up there, and then this is going to carry us down right back to the Oak Tree Apartments where the med bay is. But now we're going to take these stairs up. We have a couple more aid security guards waiting for us. This right here will become a really nice shortcut a little bit later on, but for now we just need to open up this jam door. One enemy waiting for us straight ahead. I would like to pull him, if not kill him. In fact, I might just work on getting the kill here. Don't really have the need for his gear, just 12 quick shots. We do have this one enemy right here waiting for us on the other side. Block that shot. I do want to go for the body this time around. See if you have a shield. You do not. Nice charge attack. Why not? I'm using those stabilizers. Tough one to block that one. Timing's a bit weird, but you can do it as long as you just get the practice in. There's the cut. And now this is a really good place to kind of survey what's about to happen. Let me just pick up all these batteries. There we are. Might as well charge these up. Works for me. Because right here, first off, that's the shortcut that's going to lead back to this room. But we do have a stationary Robodog here. He is alive, but he's not going to actually jump up until you get rather close. 2 patrolling drones, and then off in the distance, there is a Robodog actually clung to the wall. One of the more dangerous parts of this entire zone is that Robodog. Let's pry open this door, and if you wanted to, you could jump back to the place you just were, or you could always drop back down. Not really a sense in doing that just yet. That's going to be the way down to that dangerous Robodog, but do not forget to not only grab this loot cache, which is going to have the next piece of the Nano War gear. This is the leg gear schematic. Whoop. Wrong drone module. Use the starfish. And even though we couldn't see it happen, that disables the scanner gate that's directly below us. So here what I want to do is I'm going to use the laser pistol to start knocking down the Robodog, and then I'm going to try and finish it off with some grenades. Kind of use a taste of its own medicine. Once again, just going for the chest gear. Always, always in need. There we are. I know I said I was going to do more dodging, but frankly, the directional parry is just so effective. When you're in here, do not forget to break through these crates. The doctor, Dr. Sorensen, said that maybe there's some extra medicine left in a crate in the aid command, and here it is right here. The Radicure 40 medication. So we can bring this back to Gateway Bravo. This door needs a key card, and we're going to pick up 2 key cards here very shortly. Just so you know, neither of those key cards are going to open this door. The key card we need isn't going to be received for quite some time. I was making sure that drone didn't see me, but he actually may have. And that could be, yep, a little bit of a problem, unless we can get him in here, because we do not want to fight them along with the Robo-Dog.
Do not resist.
Yeah, we're going to have to deal with these guys right out here, which could be a problem, because not only are there 2 of them, but there's also going to be an enemy with the gun straight ahead, actually right above us. If they start stunning you, though, then it's going to be a big problem. All right, let's just deal with you, drop you down, break your tail with our laser pistol, and let's run up there for the cut. Excellent, and now grenade time. One more. There we are. Perfect. And let's soften these guys up with some grenades if we can. Oh, this is going to be a problem. Time to run. Get some distance. That was some really close damage. Not the damage I was hoping for, that's for sure. And I'm almost stunned here, so that's going to be an issue. Somehow that worked. I can deal with that. All right, we're going to reset this encounter just by backing up a little bit. That one should die very quickly. Good. And now it's just a one-on-one fight. That's a little bit more fair, I think. So if you can help it, unfortunately I did not. Don't get too close to the edge of that tent, otherwise those drones are going to see you. Pick up all of the loot here. Did I get the one? Yes, I think I did get the one for the tail cut. And before we go into the hospital, looks like that enemy is not ziplined down yet. Normally he has by now. But I do want to deal with this Robo-Dog. There we are. Dodge last minute. Set him on fire, because why not? Maybe get a stun as well. That wouldn't be too bad. Alright, good. Almost got the tail cut here. There it is. Oh, make sure we get close enough. And we get the kill as well, which is perfect. Huh. Did they change that as well? Because I'm not getting the implant material. This is where there was a scanner gate, but we did disable that up above. I'm going to have to do further testing because it seems like I'm not getting that Mark IV anymore, which is an absolute shame. There's some Mark III implant circuitry. Unless that's... No? Okay. The enemy is now ziplined down. Let's just run past him. Don't forget to break this crate back here. Good for a cache of advanced tech. Really good scrap there. More small metal scrap. Now down here, you want to get ready. You can either use the starfish or you can just use a laser pistol. We're going to start running into enemies that have both a new implant in their headgear, brand new arm set, and a new weapon. So as soon as we drop down, I'm going to target the right arm, which is actually really nice that it is
Guards!
armored. That's perfect. Makes it a little bit easier to get. We'll pick that up here in a second. Let's deal with this guy. Back up. Get a nice charge attack going. Follow that up with just a couple of good whacks. Back up. And there's the cut. Great. There's also a lot of story here in this room, so take the time to look at all of the different bits of screen and lore that you can get. But we get the schematic for the AID Polaris arm gear. The partial set bonus says that when a physical attack is received and 3 or more batteries are filled, 1 battery is consumed to significantly reduce the damage taken. Could be really good for tank builds. And a full set bonus increases the energy gain while you have no batteries filled. Kind of an interesting dynamic there. But then we also have the INF Labs Zazim. So similar to the INF weapon that we got from Ben at the very beginning of the game, but this is a staff weapon, dealing 169 damage, 20 impact, 90% attack speed, 70% energy gain, and 110% stamina consumption. But let's take a look just at a little bit of the information we have. So this is the nanite experimental equipment testing various effects of nanite stimulation. I'm going to start learning about why the kids were being brought here. Over here we have a bed, merging chamber, subject's brain will be linked with the nanite swarm. Same here. Now this is a little bit of an interesting spot. We have this one cage, or this one cell, seems to be padded, but there's no one in it. Just a little graffiti that says Iron Mouse is real, and we have some more comic books with a bed, but that's it. No items to be found. Bit of a mystery. Monitoring brain link experiment with the nanite swarm. So something about linking brains. That can't be good. Once again, we have the tag from Warren, so that's going to be the way forward. This is going to be a shortcut. Sure enough, let's take it, and I'll lead you to the shortcut as we listen to this audio log.
Medical log number 41. Dr. Rita Saunders. I finally hired the right guy to find us more kids. His name's Dan Katanakuji. Everyone has a price, and his was surprisingly low. Medical log number 42. Dr. Rita Sanders. Dan has delivered in spades. Never questioned our motives. Never tried to find out the truth. He's been a brave little soldier indeed, just like myself. May God forgive us for what we're about to do to those kids. We've got blood on our hands. Every single one of us.
So we just got the audio log that is the proof that Dan Katanakuji from Cloud9 Bar needs to find out what happened to the kids. He's not going to like the answer, but at least we have the evidence. You also saw that I picked up some more scrap, and we did unlock that shortcut from the bridge. Now we're in the Liang Wei Hospital. There's going to be 2 more of these enemies here, these scientists, one over by the door, one just up here. Now, we do have the arm, but let's see, do we have a head here? We do. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted next. This is going to give us not just the schematic, but as well as a new implant, the Battery Auto Healer. This is a booster implant. It takes 6 core power, and this restores 20 health every time a battery is filled. Not too bad. 20 health isn't a lot, but we do fill batteries pretty frequently. And then we do also have the schematic for the headgear. General Ezra Shield just spewing his propaganda. Fortunately, at the end of the zone, we'll be able to confront him face to face and then finally take him out for everything that he's done. And let's see, we have the body here. Maybe we can get a backstab. Wait for the reticle to show up. There it is. Perfect. And back up. Get the cut. Beautiful. There is the arm gear. Another free battery. I'll take it. Make sure we open this door now that we have our trusty exo rig that we've had from basically the start. Racking up the tech scrap, that's for sure. Up at the top here, don't forget to turn around. Grab another cache of advanced tech, and you can see we have another nanite echo coming up. This time we're going to be listening to General Ezra Shields talk to Athena Guttenberg.
Starting interrogation. Subject 86, Athena Guttenberg. I've studied your nanite readings, Athena. They're incredible. Tell me what happened on that plane.
What are you talking about? Just let me go!
Fine. Don't cooperate. Our techs will know soon enough. Let's just say I think you have enormous potential.
What do you want from me?
Prepare.
You idiots. You're all gonna die. I'm not alone here. Someone's coming for me.
It's too late for that, kid. Interrogation ended.
we are definitely nearing the point in the story where we're going to find out what has happened to Athena. In fact, it's not too far away at all. But of course, we are left with another weapon. This time, it is the Parting Gift. The Parting Gift is a double-duty weapon, so much like my Punishing Slash brand that I just love so much, dealing 155 damage, 22 impact, 96% attack speed, 45% energy gain, 146% stamina consumption, and 23 nano damage. It's Mark 4. You can see when I bump it up to Mark 5, damage increased to 184. You will definitely be seeing that weapon in play in this walkthrough. This next area, if you are not careful, can become a nightmare very quickly. We have 3 scientists, we have that 1 security guard, but hiding off to the left, there's a non-responding level 7 MG Cerberus enemy. So we want to pull this guy first. He's actually going to give us our very first of the key cards. Let's make sure we get his shield here, so let's just bait him out here. Okay, didn't quite break the shield, so let's just charge it up. There we are, and we may not get any cut on him, and that is okay. Oh, maybe we will. Every time I say that I don't get the cut, I get the cut. That's what Lithos has pointed out to me. There is the AID key card, only good for a couple of doors here. We have one more if we want to get everything. Now this enemy, he is about to start using his nanite grenades, which are incredibly dangerous. They slow you down, and you will take constant nanite damage while you're in there. You can see I already have it building up, even though I wasn't even that close. And let's see, he does have a leg gear for us, so let's just jump in there quickly. Keep the pressure on him. Get the cut, beautiful. Now these enemies I'm probably going to play a little bit dirty just to make sure we deal with them. I'll be looking at all these screens here in a moment. We got the leg gear. I now want to deal with the Cerberus enemy. This enemy, because he is a higher level, is going to take 2 directional parries in order to get the kill. But you know what? I find it a little bit easier just to keep him stunned if at all possible. And I definitely want to get his weapon from him, so let's start with the EMP. Of course, we're going to have to break his shield, though, too. There we go. Got that broken. There's the stun. And he does have the same moveset, luckily, as the other AID. So it's not too bad to get the blocks if you know their moves. Okay, careful. There's one. Taking lots of damage here. And can I get the backstab? There we are. It's going to deal nice damage for us. And there's the cut. Beautiful. We'll be able to get more of their armor later on, but just for now, we've got the schematic for the MG Cerberus arm gear. Partial set bonus increases the impact while wielding any hammer weapon, and the full set bonus increases damage while all of our batteries are charged. And then we also get the AID Type 11 Overseer. This weapon, my goodness gracious, already at Mark 6, dealing 272 damage, 26 impact, 90% attack speed, 60% energy gain, 108% stamina consumption. You can see the impact is already at 26, and if you have the Cerberus partial set bonus, you'll deal even more impact because this is a hammer class weapon. In fact, let's see it a little bit, because it is just an absolute blast to use. That's it in this room. Let's deal with these 2 scientists. I am going to do so probably a little bit dirtily. In fact, let's use grenades. We do have all of the armor already, so let's just find something that's not armored. There we go. Nice jump attack there. And there we go. Just to take care of you. Nice and quick like. Although with the scientists, something that I only learned after running through here several times. Oop, there's something kind of glitched through the wall there. You can see I just got tungsten alloy Mark 7. So the scientists, even though they're weak, will drop some very, very high level gear. In fact, they will drop implant circuitry Mark 5 for cutting off their head. But just take a look at the sad state of affairs. Timothy DaCosta, age 9, deceased. Kimberly Ward, age 8, deceased. Ellie Mitchelson, age 9, deceased. Nanite merging experiment subjects, all deceased. Everyone that they've tried this on is currently deceased, with the exception of Athena. She's the only one so far that has not succumbed. over here, we do have a door that, of course, is going to tell us key card needed. We have one more key card to get. It's not too far away. And as we proceed, let me go ahead and listen to this audio log. I'm just going to tell you as I go up here, there's going to be an enemy that comes down the stairs and another robodog waiting on the wall for us.
I've always tried to lead a moral life, set an example, be a good man. I've fallen short on every single count. Maybe my time is over. Maybe humanity has played its role. Exit stage left. Nobody's gonna ask for an encore. What use are we when our own creations eclipse us? Soon, humanity will be to machines what our pets are to us. Obedient slaves, content to serve their masters.
Alright, so I have this enemy. As soon as he gets close, I should be able to get the head cut on him. Perfect, then I can deal with the robo-dog. Now this, I'm going to take this a little bit careful if at all possible, because I want to make sure that the patch didn't do something weird with the implants on these guys. So I do want to see if I can get a nice charge attack. There's the definite cut on the tail, perfect. And let's see what I get for my trouble. Implant circuitry. There we go, Mark IV and some grenades. Maybe I just wasn't getting enough damage on the tail before. I'm gonna heal up, start filling in some more of my batteries. Here's another free battery here behind this pillar. But then over here, we do have the starfish module. Not a lot down here. That's gonna drop this crate. If you're not careful, you can drop all the way down to the bottom and take some fall damage. Instead, drop down the middle, get some scrap. Drop down in, and we have another audio log, and now we're gonna be in... Oop. I wanted to save that battery. We're gonna be in one of the areas where they were keeping the children when they were performing the nanite merging experiments. So let's listen to this audio log as we make our way back up.
Come with me, Athena. It's time. Time for our final test.
You mean my final test, don't you?
No, Athena, I don't. You're essential to our plans, but this test is for all of us, not just you and me. This is about every single human alive. Soon, very soon, we'll know if we're still the masters of our own fate.
Up at the top of these stairs, we do have another scientist that we want to deal with, but first, of course, we do have another security guard. Make sure that we get a nice charge attack going. Massive, massive damage. And let's see, we probably won't get the body. Let's see what kind of damage we're doing with a counterattack. Not bad. And actually, that was enough to get the cut. That's perfect. And let's see if the scientist has the headgear, because we'll certainly get the cut on his head if possible. It looks like he does. Okay, let's get up nice and close. There's the cut. There is the AAD command keycard, the other one we needed. But you can see there, we got only implant circuitry Mark III. Maybe the enemies, I should pay more attention to the enemy levels, because I do apologize. I know that previously they've dropped higher. But we finally run into Warren again, so let's hear what he has to say.
I had a feeling you'd follow me. I could use a little support. I have to break into the General's office. We need to find out where they took all the children. Something's going on right under our noses. And guess what? Right behind this door is the General's field office. We just need to find a way in. This time around, though, brute force won't do the trick. We need a key. It might take forever to find that key card. Okay, I'm officially speechless. Always one step ahead, aren't you? In we go, then. Age before beauty.
So because we've already collected the key cards, we can just let him in right away. And he'll have a little bit more dialogue once we get up here, but it says Athena Guttenberg, age 11, in preparation.
No. Sorry, I need a second to compose myself and take this in. Everything's stored on these files. Every name, every damn experiment. They haven't found a cure for Defrag, the nanite disease. But apparently, children's brains, not being fully developed yet, can link with the nanite swarm. And they tried to establish some kind of communication to shut down the nanites. But it looks like the children didn't survive the experiments. Those bastards. Guttenberg. Like Jonah Guttenberg, the founder of CREO? That's some coincidence. Yes, Athena Guttenberg is in the files. It looks like she's alive and she's somewhere in this building. We have to tell the whole world what's happened here. Someone out there's gotta be able to help. I'll have to find a way to get out of the city. This is evidence of one of the most heinous acts ever committed. Good luck. Meet me in my hideout when you can.
So now we have updated the Stranger's Quest, and we get the Firebug Throttle. This weapon was previously bugged for a lot of people, myself included, so before patch 1.06, if you didn't receive this, you unfortunately may need to go back to a previous save if you happen to have one. Otherwise, you can always get it in New Game Plus. But the Firebug Throttle is a set of punching gloves, unlike the Twin Rig like it was in the original Surge. But this is dealing 164 damage, 16 impact, 95% attack speed, 40% energy gain, 91% stamina consumption, and a whopping 29 fire damage. You can remember the LU-74 unit Firebug from Central Production B, the original game. Definitely a really fun, but potentially very challenging boss. So before we actually go up there and get the Force Hook, because that's what that is, let's run down here, get a little bit more loot. And here we have the Nano Ward body gear schematic, but we're even going to run back a little bit further to a locked door that we had just down a little ways. So we're going to head down this mag lift, and then immediately to the right here. Previously couldn't do anything in this zone. Opens up this gate here. Now there's going to be an enemy. And actually, we should have come here after we got the Force Hook. The enemy has already left, it seems. Yep, he's waiting for us, although he's not. He's the one who had zip down there, but you can see there's a loot pyramid that we will need to get. But this is going to be the last piece of that gear. So we have the headgear for the Nano Ward armor. Now we just need to run back, make our way all the way up to the top, because we need to finally get our hands on a Force Hook. And here it is, right up here. It even said there's a sign above it talking about this Force Hook.
Congratulations on claiming your official AID response Force Hook. You will now be able to travel down zip lines at your own convenience.
And we sure can. And as it said, we've completed the quest, or we've gotten the item required for the quest for Bugface. So let's go turn that into him. So we've already seen this part before. So we do have that mag lift. We got a very small piece of scrap. There's some more metal scrap, and this is going to take us all the way back to the medbay. And I am remembering now that we did forget one bit of loot. We'll have to get it on the way back up. We're going to do another quick run to the top of the hospital. So if you're already typing a comment that I forgot a piece of scrap, I did just realize that I missed it. But here we are, back at the beginning. Bugface is waiting for us right here, and now we can turn it in. But before we do that, let's just take a look. Now that we've gone to the top, this door is now open. This loot cache is now empty, and we could go to the underground, and there's actually a little bit we can explore. In fact, one of the new enemies for the Future Shock weapon type is down there. But we're going to wait on that for now, and let's turn this in and get a new weapon.
I'm still waiting. Seriously? You're actually giving it to me, just like that? You know you'll have to go all the way back to get another one. Are you sure about this? Well, fine by me. But don't come crying if you change your mind. Our business is done. Take care.
We get the codename Elise weapon from him. A single rigged weapon, 184 damage, 28 impact, 101% attack speed, 95% energy gain, and 116% energy consumption. My assumption is that he actually got into that door, stole that from the loot cache, and then returned it to us. Now, we don't want to rest at the med bay because we have to make our way all the way back to the top of the hospital. We could take some shortcuts, but I want to show you how to get back there. Oh, looks like I missed some scrap here. And I want to show you that one item that I know I missed. So I may not talk a whole lot during this run back, but I'll certainly point out where some of those key cards can be used. I also am going to take the long way just to make sure we haven't missed anything along the way. And sure enough, there's some advanced scrap that I missed. Shame on me. Here is the first door that we can now open thanks to those key cards. Another cache of advanced tech. We're going to have lots of tech scrap that we can turn in. And over here in unseen passageways, this is where we can drop down one more time. So carefully just walk under where we could zip down with the force hook. And if we want to land on this piece of stone right here, because just behind us, there it is, another large pile of metal scrap. Hey, it's another 1,000 scrap. Not too shabby. But that should really do it for all of the shortcuts as well as the loot that we missed. So let's just run back to the hospital all the way up top and get our force hook. Oh, there's our friend. We do have to get that one more loot pile too. Okay. No words. No words. I am only showing this run back because I know in times previously when I've made walkthroughs, sometimes I cut out run backs and then I always get a few comments saying, well, I'm not sure how you got back there and I don't want to lose anyone. Oh, I should have pointed out also, there is a med station here. So let me top off that 18 or 19 health that I was missing. Back at the hospital overlook. Even without resting at the medbay, the force hook has replenished. Now, I could take this to go right back to the medbay, but remember, there's just one more loot pyramid that we need to get. And even if it's just some scrap, we do need to make sure we collect it. It is everything possible, after all. Back in the observation room, through the one that was unlocked with a key card, and use our force hook right here. And here we have another cache of advanced tech. And that's it. That is the entirety of Aid Command. So it is a bit of a loop around, lots of shortcuts, lots of switchbacks, but hopefully this helped you to get a little bit better of the lay of the land, because trust me, it took me several tries to get this zone down, and I still find myself getting turned around every now and then. But in the beginning of the next episode, we will be running back through parts of Jericho City to turn in some of the side quests that we have, and then we'll be returning here so we can take down the boss and see a major cataclysmic event that's going to alter the rest of the game for us. But as we make our way back to the med station here in the Oak Tree Scavenger Hideout, that is going to do it for this episode of Everything Possible in the Surge 2, and I hope you learned something. If you did, leave me a comment below and let me know what you learned, and if I missed something, or if you have other strategies to help me perform just a little bit better, let me know that too so we can all keep learning. But I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.